Good morning, everyone. How are you guys this morning? We are getting into it with the Guild Wars 2. Go ahead and knock out these weeklies. I'm working on a video, but I feel like I've been very consistent with the Monday live streams as well. I can go live, so might as well go live while I still can. And then after this live stream, I'll work on the video. Let's see what we got in store this week. Finding blackout, convergence or fractals, jumping puzzle, legendary enemy, void enemies, salvage, and 10 events. Let's see what the events look like. Jesus, I can't type this morning. All right. Convergences, I am nowhere near either one. What about... Let's see... End of Dragon. Aetherblade Assault. I need Kining Blackout. That's at 8 o'clock. I have 30 minutes. How are you guys all doing this morning? Let's see. Alright. I'm a little bit sick this morning, unfortunately.
You nearly frightened me to death.
This is the Rose Room. From here on, each room will become more dangerous than the last. The Phoenix Room. See how Boyd has made a mockery of our ancient trial.
We got a whole gang going.
You have entered the room of reflection. I feared the void would destroy it all, but you give me hope. Now you are in the room of spirits, halfway to the end. Please, keep filling this sacred place of void.
Alright. We're getting these events knocked out. We're getting these
It's my
void
favorite before void took over.
slaying kills.
And the reward of the peacock erased by the void. Yourself, the rooms are truly deadly from here.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
The room of the koi, once so peaceful. And after, one more room until victory.
Just gonna keep spamming this one until we have all of our void kills done.
For once more.
And then we have Kinding Blackout at 8 o'clock. Ooh, a champion mob. Alright. Let's see. Done.
I won't forget this.
Alright, back into it. We got 52 void enemies done. We are blasting it out. Blasting it out.
Look at this.
The Phoenix Room. Somehow Void has made a mockery of our ancient trial. You have entered the room of reflection. I feared the Void would destroy it all, but you give me hope.
Alright.
Now you are in the room of spirits, halfway to the end. Please, keep ruling this sacred place of Void. The Jasmine Room. It was my favorite before Void took over. Your courage will be remembered and rewarded.
Alright.
Room of
72.
laid waste by the Void. Ready yourself. The rooms are truly deadly from here. The room of the Koi, once so peaceful. And after, one more room until victory.
90.
The room of the serpent. Look out. Find it. Please. Restore our temple once more.
And there it is. All the void enemies. I keep doing that attack backwards. What the heck? Alright. Let's see. What else we got? Let's go. How are you guys doing this morning? This is later than I thought I was going to be able to stream, but I'm going to knock it out and then where's the
Fast as the wind.
oh, there it is. Just popped.
Look at this. So pretty.
I was like, you know what? At least I'll stream. If I can't do a video this morning, I'll at least hop on. But it is a little late. What to next? A legendary enemy. To be honest, fractals. I have to do something. Let's see. No raids. No fractals. What are the fractals today? Cliffside Chaos, Twilight Oasis. That's not too bad. Let me see. DMs minus 100 plus T4. Let's go. Let's see if I still got it in me, guys. This is the first time I've done CMs in a while. It's gonna be interesting. Means this stream is gonna be longer than I expected. And I haven't done this rotation in a while. So yeah, we'll see. I don't even have the right food, do I? Is that the right utility? All right. Here goes nothing, guys. You're gonna see some shit. I'm either gonna grief this team, or I still got it. One or the other.
I feel good.
We can begin.
So vulnerable.
I'm griefing.
Sharper still.
I'm griefing already.
Time to do something different. Sharper still. I could outrun a centaur.
I'm sure my DPS is low as shit.
Impressive combination.
Mispress.
Sharper still. They'll have to get much harder.
I don't need to go that far away.
Slice him apart. Sharp blades.
Alright. Alright, I'm not getting one. Let's see. See if they grief me. Alright, looks like our heal chrono. Alright, they didn't grief.
I feel good. Sharper still. I can't see. Replenishing.
Dude, I'm screwing this rotation up. Holy crap.
Dodge this. Sharper still. I feel good.
Somebody already died. I want to gear my heal chrono. Should I give all Harriers or a mix of givers and Harriers? I usually go all Harriers unless you're gonna go minstrels or oh, dude, we're gonna run into a problem with these, like, with this split phase if we don't do something. I guess we have somebody. He revived. Come on. Wow. How do you get a bunch of ascended Harriers fast? You don't. You don't need ascended unless you're doing. Are you doing fractals? All right. What the heck? Attack him. Don't grief my team. Come on, team. Alright. Alright, we got it. Easy. Now the fun part where you have the AFK intermission phase. Ooh. Now it's spicy. Tier 3 fractals? Yeah, just keep doing tier 3 fractals then. I'm really rusty with this. My team is definitely not satisfied with my DPS here. I'm just doing the worst rotation ever. Yeah, I would just keep doing tier 3 fractals until you get your gear, man. Or convert it. I think you can buy Harrier stuff off of the trading posts, the insignias.
Time to do some net damage. Sharper still. Blade storm.
Oh god.
Terrible.
There we go. What would you like to see in Guild Wars 2? Any big changes you want to see that I think would make the game healthy or be healthy for the game?
I could
There's a lot of changes that I'd like to see for this game, but they're never gonna happen. And that's the unfortunate reality. Is that the game is what it is, and not a whole lot there is to do to change it. Like everything's kind of baked already. So, give a couple of examples. All right, so there needs to be a entire LFG rework with a actual group finder. Squad UI needs to be changed so that way the leader can actually like determine who is what, like without having to ask in chat and get lied to. There should be player metrics baked in so that way like stuff like DPS meters and stuff like that should be a tool, a checkbox in the UI that you can just click on. Because right now my whole thing is like I just griefed that entire run and nobody's gonna say anything. Like I did the mechanics, but like my DPS was horrible. I haven't played this rotation in months. But there's a lot of little changes. Inventory stuff like item drops need to be consolidated to where you're not getting shit like this all the time. All of these currencies need to be consolidated. This whole achievement panel like needs to be completely reworked to an actual UI that makes sense, so that way you can easily find what is needed. They did do some upgrades to actually tell you what to do for the achievements in game, but for a long time it was just like, oh, just look it up on the wiki. Those are just some examples that I think would be helpful. I think that the player base gets lost in the mess, to be honest. They're not realistic changes. I mean, as far as changes that they can actually do, I think just like balance stuff, bug fixes, making sure that their releases are not bugged on launch would be nice. I mean, like outside or a fast turnaround of fixing bugs. There are bugs that have been in the game for like years now, and that's kind of jank. So I mean, for the most part, though, the game is fairly well balanced and it's fun. It's just the reason why I don't play it all the time is because I'm done with it. I beat it. I have purple in every hole. Um, I'd be working on duplicates or triplicates of items, you know. So there are a couple of goals that I still have that I'm slowly working on. Um, but it's one of those things that I'm not gonna go out of my way to grind them out and make myself miserable by playing a game that I'm burned out on. The once a week doing weekly streams like this, occasionally doing videos on the game. That's kind of what I'm looking to engage with at this point. I do have a couple of Guild Wars videos that are similar to the content that I've been making. I really want to make a an open world, like open world build guide for all the classes to give my takes on like how to best enjoy open world and how to make your own builds. You know what I mean? Started playing with Soto, came out. Feel had mixed feelings on it. So it's just insulting for what it was. Yeah, like I mean, to be honest, I'm not gonna sit here and cry about $25 personally, but the if you compare the recent content releases to anything else in the franchise, it's no comparison.
Why are you still here?
We GGing.
It
Yeah.
just get worse.
That I think that's the main reason why people had such a hard time with it. Yeah, no, it's gonna be good. That's one that's kind of I'm still brainstorming it structure wise, but it's definitely something that's going to happen because a lot of people ask about it, like, hey, how do you play open world? So I'm gonna let them know. Okay. We gotta not get spooked by the spooky ghosts. I keep doing my two before I cast my things. Alright. I'm gonna go this side. Alright, we did it. I think distortion is a big problem for like end game stuff. Engineer is a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite open world classes, to be honest.
This for so long.
All right.
Get out of here. Go. You heard me. Out. All mine.
Dude, I need to do something about this. Dowsing rod. It's like a crafting material. It's actually pretty simple once you figure out how to do it, to be honest. the scrapper rotation. It's just do do fields and then do that, or lightning fields. Make sure you're like doing all your spins and stuff in your lightning fields. If you're doing like grenade kits and all that jazz, then yeah, I guess it can get a little confusing, but for the most part, I think it's kind of straightforward. If I was a real fractal enthusiast, I'd be switching to Power Virtuoso, but hey man, thanks for stopping by, Miguel. It's good to know I still got it though. Like I'm not tanking my team here. I should switch over to I should switch over to like Soul Beast. That would be the real big brain move here. The Seal Chrono is doing all the heavy lifting. Making sure we got all that stab and everything. That's really the key of tier 4. Darth Trader. Something that would be cool is maybe a ranked server. You know, noobs or sweaty hardcores. Yeah. A ranked server for what exactly though? For PvE or for PvP? Because they do have ranked in PvP, it's just that there's not enough players to actually have a good elo set of, like, there's 200 players, so the difference between the best player and the worst player is like the whole, there's probably more than 200 players, but it's still not enough. Oh. So I personally don't like the way the World vs. World pip system is structured. I like the way that the SPVP pip system is structured, where it's done in seasons, because unless you're willing to devote, you know, a lot of hours to World vs. World per week, you know, upwards of 10 or 12 hours, you're really not going to have enough time to get to the max chests, which all of the rewards are loaded towards the end chests. So yeah, I mean, I like SPVP a lot more because of the way the seasons function, right? Do one reward track to final chest every 3 to 4 days. World vs. World. So I don't really care about the reward track, like the reward track part. I care about the pips for the chests, like the wood, silver, bronze, like those chests, because those reset weekly. And if I can only play 8 hours a week, but I don't want to be in World vs. World for 8 to 10 hours every week, like, I feel like they should be done in maybe like server relinks or something, to where you actually have, like, you know, 2-3 months to work through the reward track. Do more crafting, but needed to grind crafting mats, then not having time to craft. Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, I really don't engage with those systems a whole lot these days. I really don't engage with the game a whole lot these days, to be honest. But, I don't hate the game. I just think that I think that it is finally come to its full actualization, and the game is what it is. It's fun, but when you beat it, you beat it. You know, it's like just like any other game. Like I loved Remnant too, but after you unlock everything, like what is there left for you to do? Oh god. I almost didn't kill him. I was tabbed to the wrong person. I'm so rusty. I am so rusty. Janther Wilds was the biggest whatever experience. Yeah, it's to be honest, I feel like its pacing is very slow story wise, you know, it's like I'm still not exactly sure what's going on. I think I need to like replay it all. And I think that's kind of the problem with the content release cadence in general, is the pacing is just so slow. To where it's like, okay, you get, you know, three story instances, and then you don't know what happened by the time the next story comes out.
Don't fight, Owen. Hold on to the hurt. Squeeze it tight.
I think that the maps are better though for Janther Wilds than they were in Soto. So that's I feel like most people would agree with that. I do like Skyward Archipelago. That one is actually pretty well done in my opinion. I like the concept of it. Yeah, Nios was what killed Soto, to be honest. It's horrible. Nios was the worst. And it was like, I want to say it was like 6 months or 9 months of just Nios, and it's like, oh god. Oh, I finished it. I finished it on 2 accounts.
Stop. The consequences of your actions could be catastrophic. I harness the chaos of interminable space-time.
My rotation's all screwed up. This is all muscle memory.
Are you insane? Listen, I harness the chaos of interminable space-time.
Yeah, I think EOD was a lot better. That was like their traditional expansion model, and I feel like that's where a lot of people did not like the new expansions, because they expected at least an EOD, and realistically, End of Dragons was the like the worst of the traditional expansions by a lot of people's standard. So
Stop. The consequences of your actions could be catastrophic. I harness the chaos of interminable space-time.
More than enough.
Enough of this. Your time ends now. EDR.
Subject
Initiate EDM.
projections and defense maximums unlocked.
I harness the chaos of interminable space-time.
God. No. I don't have any space. Jesus. Give. What is up? Give me. There we go. What's up, Aries? Just coming for a quick yo before logging in. Yeah, everything's good, man.
Another.
Just working through fractals. Hopefully those don't vanish. They probably vanished.
Replenishing.
Three people? They look angry.
Over here just losing loot. This inventory situation is abysmal. Yep. Exactly. Bag Wars 2. My team is they're just carrying me through these.
Time to do something.
All I need to do is not grief them. That is going to be a video at some point. I'm going to grief the community. That's the short of it. I don't want to give out too many concepts, too many hints, but it involves me griefing, so it will happen. Oh. At least for this live stream, you actually get some content instead of me just running around and doing weeklies. Get some nice pug level fractals, which honestly, fractals at the CM tier 4 level, the pugs are amazing. If you get into a full CM group, you're all right. At this point in the game, there's no secrets. Everybody knows what to do. You just blast them out.
Sweet, sweet loot.
Just gonna delete all this shit.
Impressive combination.
Big brain. Oh, I'm gonna die. uh, uh, uh. Let's see. Central altar. Let's go. I did my part. Did you ever play Throne and Liberty? So a lot of the people that I do still talk to from the Guild Wars 2 community have moved over to Throne and Liberty. I do not really have time for another MMO. With Guild Wars 2, I devoted a lot of time many years ago when I had a lot of time. I'm not against playing another MMO, but to try to keep up with other people that have time, that's kind of the issue that I have with it. Other people they've tried to get me to go over to Classic, like the hardcore, the whole OnlyFans thing. People reached out and said, "Hey, come play." And then another group that I interact with, they're playing Throne and Liberty right now. Like they have a group of like 3 or 4 people, and they're like, "Yo, you should play. It's a lot of fun." They said that like the negative reviews are kind of overhyped. I don't know anything about it. I would need to actually play it. I should actually do the actual rotation. Where am I supposed to be? I guess I'm here. I don't know if there's going to be any carryover between Guild Wars 2 and Guild Wars 3. I don't even know if Guild Wars 3 is actually going to exist, to be honest. It'd be great to have it exist, but until we get particulars and we see where the story direction is going and all of that stuff, you never know. Ideally, we have maybe another year of the kind of janky content release cadence, or potentially they just upkeep both games, which, well, I don't know about that, but it's kind of like with Guild Wars 1. A lot of people really loved Guild Wars 1, and they kind of had refined their cadence. But they ran into a similar problem where they had bloat. They had a ton of development bloat. Because they kept adding like a whole new set of skills every expansion. And they got away with it in Eye of the North, but they could have kept doing Eye of the North style expansions for sure in Guild Wars 1. And the game directors have come out, or a game director has come out and said, yeah, we should have like just maintained both games. So we'll see. I don't know if they're gonna do the same thing where they like just abandon this game, put it in maintenance mode for the next one. They're probably gonna have to, though. They might just do balanced. Ugh. Got hit by it. My food even still active? I want to see it. I'm over here full griefing right now. I have like the super old version of this build. I'm just doubling up on my sword. Alright. We're almost through these fractals. What do my weeklies look like? I think I've got to be pretty close to done.
Another.
I have one more fractal and then salvaging items. So yeah, I'll be done with them after these fractals for sure. Nice.
Replenishing.
Are you seeing this? Something that gargantuan must be changed their wall wisdom. I don't know about that.
They'll have to time to do
Cliffside is one of them.
Focused concentration.
Jesus. Wood planks too hard. One point I had those dialed in. See if we can go this whole run without ever touching the hammer. A true pug experience. I really liked Guild Wars 1, and when they were going to Guild Wars 2, I definitely was one of the people that was like, I don't know about it. And then once info started coming out on it, I was like, oh, all right, it looks fun, but I wish they would have developed both of them at the same time. I definitely would have still played both of them. I even went back and like finished Guam during the break between End of Dragons, like when End of Dragons was coming out and they were doing Seasons of the Dragons in Guild Wars 2. I actually went back and finished God Walking Amongst Mere Mortals. If you've never played it, I definitely would pick up the Ultimate Complete Edition whenever it goes on sale. It's like $10, and it's you could still play through it and get all the achievements and stuff like that, even with like a 0% player base. There is actually a community that still plays quite a bit. I think you can, yeah. There are builds that you could even do Domain of Anguish and all that stuff. I don't know what they are. I think that they are kind of cheesy. You know, they're using like 55 monks or what are they, 660 monks or something like that. I haven't looked into the strats, to be honest, but as far as I can tell, people are still doing arm braces unless there's like a dupe glitch or something. Like people are still farming. So Jon Snow, how you doing, brother? I am 100% griefing. Oh. Just finishing up this weekly.
Time to do some real damage.
Talking about Guild Wars 1. Reliving the good old days. So griefing is like trolling. If you are griefing your team, that means that you are like intentionally messing up or intentionally not doing what you're supposed to do. And it, in the case that I was using it, it loosely means like I should be helping, I should be like going back and forth with the portals and stuff like that, but I'm not, meaning I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I should like do this. But now my rotation's screwed up. Yeah, anytime you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're like, oh, I griefed. If you're doing raids and you don't throw your cannon up during Sabbatha, or you don't stand in the right spot, yeah, you're griefing. It's all good though. Some people take it really serious. I don't. Using it sarcastically, I guess. Oh. I will say this though, I did have fun in this fractal run. So the main issue that I have though is that I already have everything from fractals, and I don't need gold. So that's the only reason to do it. Besides, I guess, the fun aspect of it, but it was more fun than just doing the regular weekly that I normally do. Oh no. But it does feel good to know that I can still do CMs after all this time. I was a little bit worried, I'm not gonna lie. Especially rolling straight into Silent Surf. That one can be very punishing if you forget a mechanic. As an older person who spent most of the gaming years on Elder Scrolls, it has been difficult to learn. Feel walled out just from terminology and stuff, or what? I'm not exactly a spring chicken either. Man, not super old, but I'm very closely approaching mid-30s. I know that the Guild Wars 2 community is a little bit on the older side, though. I definitely fit in more with the older crowd than I do the younger crowd. Oh. Yeah. There is some knowledge gap with MMO terminology and meme terminology. That's how I feel like when I'm watching Twitch streams. Is there's all these terms and stuff. Like whenever I talk to Teapot or Snab or any of these guys, and I hear like Omega Lol or something get dropped, it makes no sense to me. It might as well be another language. Like, I know that it's meant to be like a term meant for comedy or something, like something funny happened, or somebody is you know, like somebody is saying something that is kind of untrue comically, I guess. But yeah, I am definitely in the non-brain rot category for a lot of that terminology. I think I was around for Kappa, right? I think I get what Kappa means, but yeah, if we start spamming Twitch emotes or whatever the words are for Twitch emotes in my chat, I will not have any idea. I don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, agreement or disagreement. I have no idea.
Use my gift. Storm the rooftops. Show your friends no mercy.
I don't spend a lot of time on the internet, man. I don't engage with that culture. The latest amount of time that I spent on the internet doing things was I jailbroke my Wii U because I can't buy games on it anymore. So I did the whole custom firmware swap, and that's what I did. Screaming cuddle and cuddle buddy. Were you doing Samurag? Were you doing Samurag? I bet you were doing Samurag. Was it Wing 4? Because we don't call them cuddle buddies in my groups. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but we call them butt buddies in my groups. And it's because there's a big green circle and a little circle, or a little green circle and a big orange circle, and you got to stack them up. So they say, like, a lot of groups will say, like, find your friend, or I guess cuddle, right? Yeah. And in my groups, we always call them butt buddies. Find your butt buddy. It's definitely inappropriate, but that's what happened, man. It's a game, bro. Let's see. I love this boss. This boss is very irritating with the mechanics, but the voice acting and everything is outstanding. With Amala like praying to the gods during the phases, it is so good. Top tier fight. Raid groups can be irritating. I haven't raided in a while, not gonna lie, but the video that I plan on griefing involves raids, so I will be doing it at some point. If you see me post an LFG, it would be wise not to join it. Just put that. Somebody will, though. The ill-informed will. Ooh. Don't do it to me, Balthazar. Be nice. All I wanted was my loot. Give me the loot. I'm just here for gold, Amala. It's nothing personal.
High Priestess! Your pathetic gods often open.
Oh man, full rep. Darth, are you playing on North America or are you playing on EU? That sounds gross. Dude, guilds take a lot of time, man. I'm not gonna lie. There's a reason why I don't have my own guild or own community. One of our first, my very first member, Gary, he actually set me up with a Discord server template and was like, "Here you go, man. Like, you could start your own community server and all this stuff." And dude, I do not have the time to maintain a community. Like, unless people wanted to use it as a platform for a community that they want to build, and I'm just kind of a figurehead of it. I'm not doing that. Same thing with guilds. I've done it before when I was younger and had more time, but now that I'm a dad and a husband and all that stuff, it's I have enough of that in my real life. If I was single and you know, forever alone and just I had work and game time only, I would be grinding YouTube, grinding streaming, grinding all these things, but I'm definitely not that. I already have a bunch of real life obligations, so I can't really devote time to a community like they would deserve, you know what I mean? And I mean, I respect the people that do have it. I know that where I normally hang out is the Gamer Haven. It's kind of the community that I kind of join. Oh yeah, for sure. It's definitely good to play casually. I've had more respect for the game playing casually than I ever did when I was actually playing regularly. I do a lot of other games on streams. I'm sure that some of you guys have seen that I'll go live and I'll be playing Lies of P, or I'll be playing Hades, or I'll be playing something else, Path of Exile 2, and there's not a lot of interest in those games, but at least for my channel, right? Like, my community wasn't built on those games. But being able to play those types of games and enjoy them, and then come back to Guild Wars 2 and then play, you know, an hour, 2 hours, then move on and play one of those games, it has definitely increased my enjoyment of the time that I play Guild Wars 2. I do need to go through and like clean out all my bags though. Am I getting like... I feel like I'm not doing any damage. There you go. Getting blocked by the... Can't do PoE 2. Top down perspective bugs me. Baldur's Gate 3. Oh. So my my favorite ARPG, what Path of Exile does for me is it makes me want to play Diablo 2. That's what it does for me. because that's the game I grew up on. Is Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction. I played that game for thousands of hours as a kid. And man, that is the one that that's the one that does it for me. And now that they have Diablo 2 Resurrected, like whenever I play PoE, I'm like, dude, I need to just play D2R. Yeah. I hear a lot of good things about Elder Scrolls, and I kind of regret not being able to play those games. Like in their glory days, right? I was poor back in the day, so when I got Guild Wars 1, that's what I ended up playing.
Lethal combination. I like it.
Uh, yeah, before they had like kernel level anti-cheats and stuff like that, it was a very interesting time for modding and hacking.
Just one more confirmation of how great I am.
But it seems my DDR is out of energy.
All right, we did it, guys. We did tier 4 fractals challenge modes. Only died because of chat.
Sharp blade, sharp mind.
So I only played WoW back when it was vanilla, and I played up until like level 40 or something, and then my 1 month subscription ran out. And I was like, what am I even doing? So I just never played again. It did not scratch the right itches for me. And then I went back to Guild Wars 2, Guild Wars 1.
Goodbye.
That'll be my weekly.
Sweet, sweet loot.
Yeah. It the graphics and art direction of WoW definitely had a hand in my decision. I did like the way Guild Wars 1 looked more than WoW. I don't ever see myself playing WoW. I don't have enough time to play WoW. I don't like the idea of paying a subscription fee for a game. Like, I don't care if the game is the best thing since sliced bread. I can't do it. But with that, we have officially... I need to spend some of this actual claim. Yeah. A little short. little short. But with that, guys, that is an hour and 16 minutes of Guild Wars 2. That's my weekly. Got to see some actual gameplay instead of just me running around the open world or me doing a convergence, which is disgusting. I know nobody likes convergences. But anyway, I will catch you guys all soon. I have to hop off and edit a video a little bit before the family wakes up. But I'm working on a good one. I think it's a good concept. So yeah, swing by the channel sometime this week, and there will be some new content for everybody to enjoy. But with that, I am done, and I will catch you guys later. See ya.